Always on point, Andrew. Good job. Um, so quickly, general updates and discussion. Next meeting. I'm now remembering that I took off some of the specific data for this slide. Our next meeting is going to be in 2 weeks. Um, and so 2 Fridays from today, March 8th, we'll have our next group session with you guys. All right, quite a few updates today to walk through for everyone this morning. A couple of planning document updates for everyone. So we have received comments back from the federal government, NTIA, on our infrastructure grant plan, okay, which you may or may not have heard referred to as Volume 2. That particular document that details how we would propose to operate the infrastructure grants probably late summer, early fall. We received word back from them this week on that, so we're almost ready to send that back to NTIA and have a back and forth with them on it. Also, our digital skills and opportunity plan is due back to, we've received instructions from them as well on some curing for that document. It's due back next Thursday, but we may be able to send that into them today ahead of schedule. So looking forward to that. As we get more updates from the federal government regarding those two plans, we'll let you know. We are actively interviewing for Caleb's replacement, speaking to candidates this week and last week and into next week as well. So we're active on that. Again, I kind of mentioned it this morning to our internet service providers. It's critical that we fill Caleb's position very quickly. We are maxed out at a staff of 7. When you look across the country, that's on the lower end of the sizes of state broadband offices in general. When you compare our office size to other similar states that have had the workload as far as dollars awarded and projects awarded and what's projected moving forward, some of our peer states, when you look at those statistics, one has 23, another one has 17, and we have 7. So we think we're maxed out on our staffing size, but long story short, we're very proud of our team and what we were able to get done with such a small staff. But we're actively looking for Caleb's replacement and hope to have an announcement on that in the next couple of weeks. We're gearing up for our 2nd annual Broadband County Roadshow. We're expecting to kick that off officially. We were in Lee County. Cam and I went over to Lee County this week to speak with them to help them get their county committee off the ground. We're going to circle back to them in this next annual roadshow. And again, looking to kick off those visits end of March, so be on the lookout for your invitations to that. So, big update for the group. Our mapping challenge process, okay, is imminent. NTIA, the Assistant Secretary for U.S. Commerce, who's in charge of NTIA, has signed off on our volume, what we call our Volume 1 document. That's the document that details how we're going to operate the mapping challenge process that we've been working with you on and getting everyone trained up and prepared for. There is one final hurdle at the federal level. NIST, the National Institute for Standards National Institute for Standards and Technology, has to officially send us our approval letter, okay? They have 10 business days to do that. It was signed off by Commerce on Wednesday, so 2 weeks from Wednesday. It could arrive today, it could arrive Monday, it could arrive sometime next week, we're not sure, but it's very imminent, okay? So please request, if you haven't, a one-on-one challenge portal demo with Lane. If you've already done it and need another one, we'll do it again, okay? So please get with our team about scheduling a demo of the mapping challenge process and portal. It is critically important, okay? We have a new broadband toolkit on the way. For everyone, we're producing an updated, what we're calling a version 2 of our broadband toolkit that we passed out all last year when we hit every county. If you recall, in our follow-up communication with those groups that attended, we also included our broadband toolkit that talks through how to, the first half of it was sort of an explainer around broadband. What is the internet? Is Elon Musk going to save everyone with satellite, etc.? The second half of it talked about how to organize yourself and some action items and deliberate steps. We are creating a version 2 of that document. It's a new year. We have updates that need to happen for you, so we're preparing that, and it'll be coming your way shortly. If you are part of a county broadband committee or another organization that has a success story to tell around your efforts, we want to hear from you, and we want to let the broader group know, okay? We have certain county committees that have just been gung-ho. We call them our kind of gold star county committees. We're going to be reaching out to them. We want to dedicate probably a full hour session with everyone here to hear from those county committees and other organizations that have gotten well organized and have been doing good stuff specific to broadband in partnership with the state office. And so we want to highlight those, perhaps spread some ideas on what has worked well in other counties and give you ideas. And so if you want to be part of that presentation and kind of show off a little bit of good things that you've been able to do and accomplish, please let us know, and we will include you on that particular session that we do for everyone. We also wanted to touch today, please prompt us, you don't have to answer today in this office hour session, but we want to know how we can help you, whether it's with the challenge process that's about to happen, whether it's organizing in a better way, whether it's creating better energy, whether it's a group that didn't get organized and still needs to. Again, we're going to do this second tour and go see everybody again and come see you in person and present to you again and have talks and discussion with you. Beyond that, any way that we can help you improve, whether it's a county committee, whether it's a nonprofit, whether it's some other organization involved in this stuff, please let us know how we can help you improve and be better and get better organized. We want to help make you successful. And look, this whole process only works if we have invested, organized groups on the ground across the state. So any way that we can help you, please let us know. We can talk about it today in the chat or open conversation. But again, it doesn't have to be today. So email us, call us, text us. Let us know how we can be more helpful, okay, for you. I wanted to touch on this today, sort of an immediate timeline for county broadband committees, okay? So right now, you should either be forming, if you haven't formed yet, or if you have formed, trying to expand your members, okay? So we need to be improving on our county broadband committee organization. Again, either working to get it off the ground, and we'll help you with that, or trying to expand your members, okay? Bringing in more people, having more buy-in, you should be focused on that right now. Also right now, as we said a little bit a second ago, you should be preparing for the mapping challenge process that will kick off in the next couple of weeks, okay? Again, see Lane for some additional one-on-one demo help. Immediate timeline and next steps, so continuing to organize your committee, continuing to prepare for the mapping challenge process. The next thing is going to be actually executing the mapping challenge process, okay? And again, we expect that to take place the next couple of weeks to get started. So that's next on the menu for you. Once that process wraps up, the next immediate kind of item for our county committees, okay, you then need to start talking with internet service providers. We wanted you to be prepared for that. So we have been able to cultivate a list of internet service providers that are active in every county. Okay, so please reach out to our team, and we will get you. We're planning to do this for all of our counties, okay? But in advance of us getting this to you, if you want it ahead of time, please let us know, and we will get it to you. So our plan would be to provide you with a listing and contacts, if we have them, for the internet service providers that are operating in your county, as well as the internet service providers that are operating in every county that's around you, okay? So before we get to the infrastructure grant round, we think it's important for our local officials and local committees to begin having conversations with internet service providers to drive interest in your county, okay? As part of the infrastructure grant round application process that will run, you want to drive interest in your county, right? You want people to go and apply to build out broadband or upgrade broadband in your county. That may come from people that are already there. It may come from an ISP that's around you, okay? Or someone new. But we think what we've heard is that internet service providers are more interested in going into a county or a community if they know that people are interested in them, all right, and want to see work done and are energetic about it. So we would advise you, once we get through the mapping challenge process, to start engaging and having conversations with internet service providers, okay, to get ready for that and show interest, show energy, and invite them to the table, right? When we actually get to the infrastructure grant round application process, which will be late summer, probably early fall, this is a little bit of a different tweak from before. Elected officials will be able to submit letters of support, okay, for an ISP's application for your area. Elected officials will be able to do as many or none letters of support as they want, okay? So if an elected official wants to provide a letter of support for no one, that's fine. If they want to submit a letter of support for 20 different applications, they can do that too, okay? An application will receive more points in the scoring process the more letters of support they get, up to 5, okay, for any one project. Now, the folks that can write letters of support at the state level would be a state representative or a state senator, okay? At the county level, a county judge or a quorum court member, okay? At the municipal level, a mayor or a city council member, and also school board members, all elected officials, okay? So these elected officials will be able to submit letters of support as part of an application. So for those elected officials that are part of a county broadband committee or are not part of a county broadband committee, we need them to be aware of this, process and have them interested in that. So we need to start talking about that, okay, as a group. And then lastly, we've talked about this some over time. There may be a scenario where we have extra money. We've talked about this before. We've been given $1 billion to run the infrastructure grant process later this year. There is a scenario where we're able to do that and still have money left over, okay? If that is the case, we're going to be accepting applications for what's called non-deployment digital opportunity grants, okay? These are things outside of infrastructure, but are still broadband related. We've talked about things in agriculture, things in healthcare, things in small business, things in education. So as a county group, as a committee, we need you to start thinking about what are interesting broadband related projects that could be a priority for your county, all right? Whether it is partnering with an ISP to apply to Wi-Fi up your downtown square, or partnering with an ISP to apply to Wi-Fi up your parks and trails, or if it is emergency communications with your police departments and sheriff's departments and fire departments, or any other interesting broadband related projects. Telehealth booths in the local library system. Any number of things. Everyone can have different ideas and different priorities, and that's okay. So again, we would encourage you as sort of an immediate timeline for our county broadband committees. These are the things you should be thinking about and kind of the order that you want to think about them coming up, and we'll continue to hit on this and continue to talk about this as we go, okay? All right, so that runs us through kind of the agenda for today. Recapping quickly for everyone, and then we'll go to the chat and open up the floor. We're doing some updating with the feds on our documents, and we'll let you know what that looks like as we know more. Actively on the hunt for Kayla's replacement. Hope to have news on that soon. Again, to be on the lookout for the second round of our county visits. That should be coming. Again, please see Lane to walk through a demo of the mapping challenge portal and process. Our new broadband toolkit on the way for folks. If you're interested in presenting as a group on your successes, please let us know. We're going to highlight you in an upcoming office hour session. And lastly, we want to know how we can be of more help for all of our entities, organizations. So with that, let's go to the discussion, whether it's chat or open the floor. We'll leave up the immediate timeline and pointers for our county committees, and we'll go from there. Hey, Philip.
Hey, Glenn. I just want to jump in and say I went down to Hempstead County yesterday for their mayor summit in Hope yesterday morning, and I thought they did a great job. There's a lot of great discussion about the broadband portions. Cam did a great job talking about what the office is doing, and it's a great group they have down there, and I'm excited. I'm a little biased. That's where my wife is from. That's where I like to call home as well. So I'm happy to see that the committee's on top of things down there. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the Hempstead County Broadband Committee and Anna Lee Powell for staying on top of this. They've got great ideas about spreading the word. So I was just happy to be down there and talk with them about it.
Yeah, thanks, Philip. Yeah, good shout out. I think, Philip, you were there. As you said, Cam did a great job walking through kind of what we're doing as an office and as a state and talking all things broadband. You're right, they have a great group down in Hempstead County. I guess we should, just for the record, you're not related to Anna, by chance. Okay. Guess I didn't see that. All right, we'll go to the chat. Let's see. And Philip, I'm sure you did a good job, representing the federal government as well down there. So.
It's like I always like to say, I'm from the federal government and I'm here to help. But this time I actually mean it though.
Yeah, yeah, I bet. But hey, Anna.
Hey, Anna. Hey, Glenn. We missed you yesterday. We know you were tied up in the office.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask when we can expect the rollout of the form marketing materials from y'all's office. We're holding off on everything before y'all roll yours out. So is that going to be potentially in the next week, potentially in the next 2 weeks? We just want to have clear and concise instructions.
That was a great point that it was not on the bullet list for today. Yes, we're actively working with our comms and marketing folks. There were some emails about that specific topic earlier this week from them, so I think we're super close on that. I'm going to press them to have an official kind of timeline for you, no, but now that you brought it up, I'm going to press them and commit our folks that we will release marketing materials specific to the challenge process next week. What day next week? Not sure yet. But by close of business on Friday, we will send something out.
Okay. Thank you, Glenn.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And thank you for putting together the meeting yesterday for the group down there. Okay. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
I think I missed it, but how do we get in touch with Lane for the demo?
Hey, I'll drop my email in the chat. It's edward.bailey@arkansas.gov.
All right, thank you.
Another question in the chat. School board members, yes, are eligible challengers. That was from Brandy.
Yes, it's twofold, right? So technically school board members will be able to hit the official challenge button, okay, within the portal system. They will also be able to submit letters of support in the infrastructure grant process when we get there later on during the year as well, okay? Let's see. Lane, do we want to touch on basically providing folks a listing of the serve locations in a particular county?
Yeah, so when we go over the map with broadband committees, we talk about the different colored dots on the map, where a green dot means a location has already been funded. They might not have internet today, but they will be getting it. If it's already funded, we can't fund it again. If it's a pink dot or a blue dot, that means they don't have broadband yet or funding, and we don't need to worry about it because we're going to fund projects. So we're asking county broadband committees to look at the gray dots. That's where our data shows that that household is served with at least 100 megs. So we're recommending county broadband committees focus on those gray dots, and I can, county by county, I can get you lists of addresses that are marked as gray, and those are the ones. I don't have names. We don't. All we have are addresses, and we know that some ISP is reporting that they serve that location, and then counties can reach out to those locations and advise them to do speed tests. So yes, reach out to me. I can only provide the list, and this is all part of a licensing agreement that we agreed to. I can only provide the list to government entities. So it needs to be somebody in a city employee or a county employee that I can share that data with. What you do with it from there is not up to us, but we can only share it with other government entities. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah, point being, so if we have an elected official on the committee, fantastic. We have someone we can get it to, or a county official. If you don't, get a friend really quickly who is a city employee or elected official, or a county employee, elected official, to work with you so we can send a list to you.
This is Jesse Griffin, County Judge.
Hey, Jesse.
Can I get, I'm sorry, where do I get a map of what you've got already? I mean, we're putting together a map for where all our citizens live at and things of that nature. So I can get this one and overlay it on what you've got. Or do you send that out and I don't have it, or I don't know.
Our map will go public, Judge, when we get that final approval from NIST, and then we will email everybody and let you know what day we're going to make that map public. But it'll be on our website.
Yeah, because we're working it now to make sure we've got all the households, a map that's overlaid, waiting on your map to say, okay, this is what y'all gonna be able to serve. This is what we need to get served. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure I didn't miss the map. Okay, we're working on it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jesse. Let's see. Let's go to the hand first, then we'll go back to the chat, Brandy. Mark.
I don't have any further questions. I don't know why my hand is raised.
Okay. No worries. I can fix that for you. Let's see. I'll fix it. Let's see. All right, there we go. Back to the chat. Okay. Lane, it looks like Brandy's asking, so on our list that we would provide to them of the grayed out locations that we can give them, does it show ISP? I don't recall. You know,
the data we can share right now is pretty raw. It's just It's kind of binary, served or not served. So when our map goes public, you would then be able to cross-reference and see which providers are claiming they're serving.
Okay.
But the data
Yeah.
sets that I'm sharing right now do not have that.
Okay. Okay. All right, Brandy. So what we can get you, just follow up on Lane, what we can get you, we'll show the locations themselves. But once our portal and map goes live officially on our website, then that would be available for you. Yeah, Mark, we'll see if, is this one a mistake? Or you
I
got
do have
something?
I do have a
Okay.
question now. Is there a list of contacts for these ISP providers that will be sent out, or are we just cold calling them?
Yeah, no, so we have contacts for some of them, not all of them. So the ones that we do have contacts for will be part of the list as well. So for instance, you know, ISPA could have a contact that we're aware of for them. ISPB may not. So if we have a contact for them, it'll be on the list. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. All right, so to recap, the two quick things that I think are the most important out of this session for everyone, well, a couple of things. One is, again, the mapping challenge process is imminent, so please see Lane about doing a demo. Two, how can we be helpful? Okay, moving forward. So anything that you need from us or would like for us to do to help you be successful, please let us know and we'll work to do that, okay, for you and your organization. And lastly, for the immediate key point, preparing for the mapping challenge process. And then also, the next phase, beginning to think about talking with internet service providers, okay? So we're working to do an organized distribution on those ISP lists. But if you want it in advance of that, please let us know. Give us a solicitation, and we will provide that to you, okay? So you can start talking to those ISPs, driving interest in your county to drive more competition, lower prices, and making it better for everyone. So I'll give it just another second, and then we'll call it a day. All right, as always, if you have anything, please call us, email us, text us. We're always available. Look forward to continuing to work with you, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.